of offenses, that's when we left. I would first like to tell you, my brother, the greatest activities that I have found in this dimension are meetings and teachings. Their objective is to lead the witches and Satanists to achieve a higher intellectual level than ordinary humans. They are also looking to surpass the wisdom of the Christian faith. Their chief enemies are Bible and those who believe in God. They exploit the capacity of men intellectualism. There I saw fallen angels who taught great teachers, philosophers, etc. Even teachers who are in the world sometimes have unlimited intelligence are taught by demons. This word of the angel led us to the school called the school of the offense. He said unto me, The Lord hath commissioned me that you see these things to finally reveal them to the world, because God is in horror of sin. Because sin exposes man to the mercy of the devil. When a person is at the mercy of the devil, the evil one takes the opportunity to knock him down. Every time you sin, you weaken yourself spiritually and squander your happiness. Finally, we arrived to find in this audience people following the lesson. The entity who was teaching said, Since you don't understand, I have to repeat this formula because you have to master it well. They said, Yes, teacher, you are right, we do not understand. The angel tells me to take a good look to the screen. Since the teachings was televised, I saw that it was mentioned how to identify an offense committed against the law of the Most High and against our principles, how to live in the place of a person, how to trade souls, etc. The teacher said to them, You know well that we are followers of darkness. You must remember that we are at war against the light. The more we bring darkness, our reign will be inevitable. Our duty, dear disciples, is to bring many lives into misfortune. The fallen angel quoted a Bible verse, Revelation 12 verse 12. This is the commission given to us to bring more misfortune into people's lives. We were in heaven and we had committed an evil and we were expelled from heaven, but humans do many wrongs and they are forgiven. That's why we must punish them severely. You know that it is in our interest to see people suffer. We must fight them. When you have an interest or not. If someone commits disobedience against the Most High, find the punishment that is intended to inflict upon him. If not, cause him to suffer affliction in relation to our law. All sin gives us free access. That's why you must push them to sin a lot so that they become weak to our maneuvers. I will tell you the story of Samson. The Philistines first sought what was his strength. Then they pushed him to sin against their master. Then they captured him. I was splashed, and the angel said to me, Do not be surprised, brother. When God sends a man, he makes a covenant with him. Every time a person sins, God begins to establish distance and separation from him. If the devil finds that a person has the presence of God, first of all, he will expose him to all sorts of temptations. He will fight him through what he loves more. Then man can't resist long in front of the thing he loves. As soon as the devil finds access, he enters and made his home. The fallen angel said, Killings, selling people's stars, etc. emanate from the power of offenses. When you want to sell someone, you have to have a valid reason. If not in himself, in his ancestors, he gave them the opportunity to present their most difficult cases for processing. Two people stood up and said, There's a gospel musician popping up. He's so successful and her future is brighter. He will be exceptional, so how could we make him go away? The fallen angel pointed his finger at the TV and brought out his image. I shouted because I knew him. He said, We must rather work with him because he has a shining star. Instead of making him disappear, listen to what I proposes to you. He likes beautiful brunette women more. Find him a wife here in our kingdom, or be an ordinary woman but bewitch her. Create a trajectory of evil, the path of encounter. Let's stage their meeting. There will be a girl who will come to the concert and she will give him money and his phone number. Afterward the relationship will be established. She will become a partner of the musician, giving him clothes, money, etc., until they fall in sexual intercourse and we have access. Then we will send several demons who will now accompany the musician by inspiring our songs to him, because the Most High will no longer be with him, but it will cost us 6 years to defeat him. From today we have decided that he will walk the path of evil. Dear brothers, what I have seen is that their battles are those of patience. The angel said to me, Do not be surprised. Tell the people of the world that many battles that surprise them today are fruits of many years of patience. These fallen angels take their time in patience finally to successfully accomplish their missions. Report to the church what God told me to tell you. They must overthrow ancient foundations, knock down walls of invisible obstacles, etc. Another witch presented his case to him. He said he had a lawsuit for 2 years with someone in the Satanic world. The verdict was in my favor. I am 72 years old and became sickly. One day I went on a mission and it turned out badly against me. The repercussion made me even sicker to the point that I had to die. Since I don't feel like it, I'm looking for someone to replace. But since when no one from my family comes to visit me so that I can fulfill my mission, one day my niece came to see me. While studying her I saw that she had 50 more years of life. Since I tried to get her back, her mother's family opposed it. Even though I took the matter to Satanic tribunal and I even won the case, the fallen angel brought out the image of the girl and he said, she has 3 offenses, 1 debt that she never paid, she had an abortion in her life, and the day she came to visit you bought her a bottle of the sweet drink, so strengthen the charges against her. It will give you the power to finally capture her, if she dies so that the family does not suspect you. Create visions, dreams, like she found herself in beautiful place in heaven. Finally that the world will know that her death was the will of the Most High. You will go unnoticed. My dear brothers and sisters, believe me, I witnessed these things. There are people who live in the place of others. Some people died when they were not to die. Ezekiel 13:19. The fallen angel tells them, let's continue with the course first. Now let's talk about the company that has been doing well lately. On spiritual sales, he began to give them some formulas. What I had to remember is when he told them, everything inside man can be sold. He tells them, you always have to know cast spells on the stars of men. The inhabitants of the world have a wealth that they themselves do not know, so they have to be sold. Someone says, I am a salesman, lately I have a problem with all my customers. When someone buys a product from me, they will see people dressed in white come and remove it. There's no one coming now to buy me stuff since I have my goods are problematic, they say. What do I have to? The fallen angel said to him, you must first understand that you are selling incurable diseases. Each time we say that no medicine can cure these diseases, you are forgetting an area, which is the people of the Most High. So now what you will need to do is that, when you bestow an illness on someone, send supportive spirits to the person until your goal is achieved. When people from above will come to save the person hit by incurable sickness, start looking for evil that he has committed and accuse him. That's where you will see the ineffectiveness of their prayers. Send spirits of discouragement, forgetfulness, negligence to those who will come to pray for him. Probe the spiritual level of those who come to pray, give them the heaviness so that they no longer come. After these answers the assistants were all happy to hear the wisdom of this fallen angel. Suddenly one of them said he didn't have a question but rather a complaint to file. The teacher tells him, you know the principles, if you have a complaint go file it with whom it may concern. Here is the course and we are here to learn strategies. Explain your case and I'll show you how to write your complaint. He says, when I wake up in the morning, I spill water on the avenue declaring curses, but one of our neighbors before going out to work in the morning he prays to his God, walking, wherever he puts his feet the power of his master stands there and destroys what I do. So I find myself losing. That's the reason why I want to press charges. The fallen angel brought out the image of the believer who offends their work. They began to study him, and they discover that when he is with his colleagues, he often has the habit of saying that what we are living in this country is suffering, sometimes even gives us the desire to die. It is in these words that we will have access to his life, since he despises the breath of life granted to him by his Creator. The first of things will be to bring sickness into his house, give him paralysis and then destroy his work. But to avoid recourse, since people will come to help him, you would have to give him a false discretion, the heaviness so that he tells no one what is going on in his life. Create conflicts between him and people before sickness, so that he becomes lonely. Build spiritual walls so that his prayer never rise again. Declares his case as a problem of long term. Every time he wants to get out of it he sinks again. There were many questions and the fallen angel answered them. He explained to them how they were to destroy churches whose pastors commit offenses, pastors who preach the word and interpret it according to personal conveniences. He said to them, "These churches are at your disposal, do what you want."